listen to this episode if you hate social media and do not want to use it for your small business. This is a question, or I guess a statement that I get asked all the time is, do I need social media in order to grow my business? I really don't like social media. I don't want to invest time into it. It's so frustrating. It feels like it never works. Do I actually need to use it for my business in order for my business to grow? Hello, welcome to the Small Business Growth Podcast. I'm your host, Madison Page, and I help small businesses stand out and sell out on social media by building a ride or die community around their brand. Again, this is something I get asked all the time, and this is a Friday coaching episode. So this was actually submitted by Janie. Her question is, I hate social media. Do I need to do it for business growth? Janie said, it seems like it is soul-sucking, takes so much time, and I get very little results. Is there a different way? Again, something that people ask me all the time, and to be totally transparent with you, I don't think social media is wonderful for society, for our mental health, for our children of today. Like, if I didn't have a business on social media, I don't know if I would be on it as much as I am from a consumption standpoint. But from a business owner standpoint, it is without a doubt the best tool, resource, marketing tool that we have been given that is completely free for us to use, that allows you to grow your business, reach millions of people, and have a platform that you literally don't have to pay a penny for. It does not cost you a single penny to post on social media, attract your audience, and build a community there. Social media is part of our society. It's completely free, and it's not going anywhere. So my answer to this question is, there are other ways that you can grow. Without a doubt, there's other ways that you can grow. You can go a wholesale route. You could go B2B route. You can do so many different things that just creating connections. You can create local environments. If you don't quote unquote need to grow on social media. However, 64% of consumers look at your social media before buying from you. This means that if you don't use social media to attract your audience, to like kind of hold your community, kind of be the hub of your business, you at least need a social media presence to be strong, to be the representation of your brand. A good first impression, or at least a good representation that when people want to learn more about you, they can find you and there's professionalism there. There is a way to grow a business outside of social media, without a doubt. Plenty of people do it. However, if you are trying to build, especially a product-based business, a handmade business, whatever that might be, social media is the easiest, the freest, and the most accessible to post and really get out there. What you really need is a strategy. And you know I was going to say that, but you hate social media because you've put this time into it. Maybe you've posted a dozen times, 100 times, 1,000 times, and you haven't seen a ton of results there. The reason you hate social media is because you just don't know how to use it properly in order to make it work for you. Let me ask you a question. If you knew every single time you pressed post, you were getting somebody closer to buying, or somebody would click that buy button. If you knew you press post and it would cause at least one person to buy from you, would you still hate social media? If you knew that when you were posting, you were going to reach 100 new people, would you still hate social media? If you knew social media was working for you, your online presence was actually working for you every single time that you press post, would you still hate social media? If your answer to that is no, or if you're like, yeah, no, I mean, it would be great if every time I press post people were buying, or at least getting closer to buying, or that you knew it was working in a sales funnel for you, you wouldn't hate social media as much. That tells me that you don't hate social media. You just don't know how to use it and you're frustrated by it, which is totally valid. Like, it is a frustrating thing to try to imitate what other people are doing, consume all of this information, see all of these people getting crazy results, and whatever you do just seems to not be working. What you need to do here is add in a strategy that does work. You need to add in a strategy that helps you get those results of all of these other people, because that type of growth is possible for you too. You just need to know the what, the where, the why, the how, on how to actually do that. You only hate it because you don't know how to use it. If social media was working for you and growing naturally for you, don't you think you would absolutely love it? Like, for me, Again, I don't love social media. I'm not like, wow, social media is the best thing ever for society, for humanity, for our mental health. However, for my business, I am so grateful for social media. I wouldn't have the business I have today that looks the same as I have today without social media. But it's because I know how to use it. I know that I'm cultivating a community. I know that every single time I post that I am doing something strategically and that people are growing, people are connecting with me, people are going to buy. And so I don't love social media either. I take the weekends off of social media. I am very intentional around the way that I try to consume information on social media, but that doesn't mean that I will not use social media. To be totally honest with you, I think every business does need a social media profile of some sort, depending on your industry, depending on your business. It can depend what platform. However, I do feel that every single person does, or every single business does need a social media in order to really connect with consumers, in order to have a strong representation of your brand and everything else inside of it. So, Janie, to answer your question, I know you might hate social media, but start with strategy. If you learn a strategy and it's working for you supernaturally all of the time, I bet you would love social media more. I have a lot of clients that come to me and say, Maddie, I just hate social media. I don't want to do it. I don't want to post. It feels so cringy. It feels soul sucking. Why do I not want to do this? And then after they learn the strategy, after we work together, after we kind of figure out how to use it and how to show up for them, you get to use social media the way that still feels good for you but fits into the strategy. Then they say, oh my gosh, I'm so motivated. It takes way less time. It's way more fun. Creating content is actually lighting me up because I know that it's working for me and I know it's making me money. I know it's making me sales. I know it's building my community. And that is what is so incredibly important. So if you are hating on social media and you just don't really know where to turn because it's so frustrating and you don't want to do it, I recommend starting with learning strategy first. Taking a social media strategy course, finding somebody that you love how they market or you love kind of what they speak about. And everybody can market in a different way. You don't need to like market in this really hard hustle way. I teach a very community-centered, very well-rounded approach. If that's something you're interested in, then my marketing that I teach is probably up your alley. There's going to be people that market in different ways. You have to find somebody that markets in a way that feels good, that's going to teach you marketing in a way that feels good for you. So I hope that this was helpful. If you have a coaching question that you would like answered by me, click the link in the show notes and submit your questions. I would love to hear from you, love to answer your question, and would love to coach you live on the podcast, just like we did with Janie today. Janie, thank you so much for your question. Make sure that you all come on over to my social media at This Is Madison page. If you want some information on how to start loving social media, how to build your business on social media, and you have no idea where to start, you're feeling like Janie and you hate social media, come on over to my social media and we can start having a conversation. Send me a DM. We need to talk. Otherwise, you can apply and we can find a program that fits your needs, your budget, and your desires, your struggles, your goals together. Click the link in the show notes to apply and we will help you find the proper program for you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I will talk to you in the next episode. I love you. I'm rooting for you and I'm in your corner always.